Okay, so hey guys, welcome back. Um, welcome back to episode 2 of Talk and Walk. And today we got a pretty controversial topic. See, I want to discuss something pretty controversial today. Controversial. Conjure. That's my favorite YouTuber. Because I feel like it's something very important to talk about. You see, I'm gonna confess, I'm coming out as Christian. I know it's crazy, I know it's bonkers, but it's true. It's true. And I've seen a pretty big problem with this modern Christian movement. A few problems. And I feel like, as you can tell by the title of the video, it's all the devil's work. The devil's doing all this. It's all the devil's work, darn devil. And well, you see, it's I find it a quite important topic. The fact that I do think the devil's infiltrating Christianity from the inside out. Except I don't think it's by Jewish people. I think it's actually by Christians. Or let me be more specific, by hatred. But of course, unlike conservatives, I'm going to explain what I mean when I say Satan is invading Christianity. Because I don't think he's invading it by starting a cult or by starting a secret organization that is running everything. You see, I think he's invading it subtly, not by people in specific, not by one person, and no, not by the Antichrist, but by an ideology. You see, the thing with conservatives is that they're very conspiratorial. See, it's a big problem with conservatives is that well, they're not really based off of facts. Sadly, I like facts, but it doesn't seem they do. A lot of them based off, the election fraud, or, for example, questioning of authority. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I'm all for questioning the authority. I love not trusting the authority. But the problem is that they're not trusting in the authority for like no good reason. The reasons for not trusting in the authority are simply because they're gay or something like that. They're woke. And I find that a big problem because I don't find that a good reason. But I mean, not to simplify their point to just being woke, though I think that it's what it's come down to. It's mainly because they think they're lying. They're hiding something, a deep agenda. As I have a friend who, as I'm religious, I live in deep conservative land, big conservative land, where the conservatives love to roam. And there's a lot of conservatives in my area, it's true. And problem I see with that is that it's it seems to make people kind of ill-intelligent, to say the least. You see, one of my friends doesn't think space is real because according to him, it's why trust the government? Think about all the think about, like, the things that they could be making up. How do you know space is real? Have you ever been? No, I personally have not been space. I will say that I find that to be no good reason, to say the least. Besides the fact that I don't understand why at all you would think that. It's not even for a good reason. Simply because, and to put it in many conservatives' words, I mean, they're spreading an agenda. They're after us. The white man. Well, they don't say that. At least some do. But mainly that there's a secret organization, some people behind pulling the strings like a puppeteer. The fact that people are out to get them, to get the conservative movement. But there is nobody in power actually trying to do that. Remove conservatives in their idea more genocidal sense. When they're gonna oppress us and like send us to concentration camps or something. Hitler too. And so they see it as a threat, not as just to an ideology, but as people. See them as a threat to them as a person. But not only that, it seems to spread more than just conservatism. It seems to spread to Christianity. Them thinking that some people are trying to destroy Christianity. And who better a culprit than the devil himself, right? And the way they go about this is believing that this secret organization, the people, whoever's pulling the strings from behind, is the Satan worshippers. They're a bunch of bad demon people. They're bad. They don't like Christians. They don't like them. And I find that worrying. And for many reasons, but for one, it's not true. It's not true. And I'm going to put this simply, if you don't know what Talk and Walk, it is basically just me talking. I will make some baseless claims in this video. I will. I'm sorry. But I will not leave them that way. I'm going to make a follow-up video, actually. Because I know I'm going to make some people mad if they watch this video. I'm going to make some people angry. But, I do disagree. I don't think there are people trying to undermine Christianity as a religion. At least, not yet. But I do think that I do think that Satan is trying to. I do think that. But as the video said, as the thumbnail of this video, I don't think he's doing that in a way that people understand. And by people, I mean Christian conservatives. Because it's true. There are the principalities of darkness and all that jazz is trying to undermine Christianity. They always are and always will. But it seems to be that Christians are blind to the way he's doing it and don't understand how he's doing it, at least to me. And I will explain much more in depth in another video, but to keep it simple, the problem to me, how he's doing it, how he's undermining and invading Christianity, is by spreading a religion of hate. You see, the thing with a lot of conservatives, and conservatives, you know, Christians as well, because, you know, every conservative is basically a Christian or Jewish. You know, we got the Daily Wire. They have a lot of hate type messages. You see, with their conspiracy theories and them believing that people are out to get them, it'd be justified in being scared of people you see that are opposed to you, because, you know, if you think that a group of people are coming after you to undermine and completely destroy you as people, you know, you'd be scared too. You'd want to make sure that doesn't happen. The problem is that this claim is completely baseless. There is no people trying to get rid of Christians. At least not now, and at least not intentionally. And nobody in government has the power to do that. At least not yet. But who are these group of people? You know, who are these elites? Who are these high people in high power that are coming after the Christians? You know, the Christian man, the Christian family, right? Well, it's the woke left. It's the Marxist. It's the LGBT community trying to undermine and spread degeneracy throughout the world, right? And, well, why would they think that? Well, first, because they think it's wrong in the Bible. With mainly, you know, with LGBT, it's mainly biblical. Well, their denouncing as a sin is mainly biblical. Their treatment of it isn't. And their treatment of everybody else who is on the left isn't either. Because conservatives constantly frame the left and the LGBT and Dems as these monsters trying to get after Christians, trying to come after them, trying to, you know, destroy them. The thing with that is, you'd be scared, right? If you believed that people were trying to undermine you, that were trying to destroy you and you as a person, you'd be scared, right? I would be scared too. I wouldn't want that. You'd be justified in hating them. Well, I mean, maybe in a just worldly based sense, you know, as any person, it'd be understandable too. But the problem is that majority of their claims, the things they claim the left does, and the, you know, the woke mom, the LGBT, the trans people, the gay people are doing, isn't true. Which makes their belief, their hatred towards them even worse. But how do they hate them? You know, like, I've been talking about how they, you know, they're hating and they're hate and they're, you know, haters, bunch of haters, you know. How have they been hating them, you know? That's a fair argument. That's a fair thing to say. It's simple. Their framing of how they are attacking the family. How the trans people are destroying gender. Trying to spread this woke idea of gender to confuse children. They're coming after your kids. They're coming after you. They are pedophiles. They are groomers. That's what the conservatives say about trans people. The problem with that, you know, that's what they call them. That's what they say the trans people are doing. The woke left is doing, coming after the family, the kids, them, trying to destroy them. They're trying to destroy them as people. That creates a lot of hate, distrust, and then all of it is baseless. All of it means nothing. Because all of it's untrue. And that's where the problem comes in. You see, all of this conspiracy theory, the fact that, you know, the trans people, the woke left, the Marxist are coming after them is completely false. And you might ask, you know, where's your source? Where's your source that it's completely false? Well, I don't know anywhere where you can find, I know you can find it. I know Reddit atheist exists. I know they exist. They think Christians are cringe, yeah. But I don't know anywhere where the left says they're coming after the family, where they're coming after the Christians, where the left says the argument that the left are coming after the, you know, family, the Christians, is their rhetoric. You know, the idea of them gender, I mean, heck, vaccines was big. You know, the COVID vaccine, Biden, and the economic policies, you know, mainly with the LGBTQ. That's mainly what I want to talk about, because that's a big factor in conservative hate. Because let me tell you, nobody gets hated more. Well, it isn't a contest, but in, at least in the US, the LGBT are hated quite a lot, a bit too much, you know, a bit too much. And all of this hate comes from these conspiracy theories, or at least they're supported by them. Because let me tell you, I have conservative friends, and their hate does not solely come from the conspiracy theories. I would say mainly from, you know, mainly from just them not liking trans people because they think they're icky. Yeah, that's mainly it. They're upheld by these conspiracy theories. This ideology is upheld by this agenda. And yes, I'm going to call it agenda. This agenda to get rid of trans people. And this agenda, you know, how do I know they're going to come after these trans people, right? How do I know they hate them? Because first of all, I know majority of you know, conservatives, I know majority of you know that conservatives aren't the largest fans of trans people. But how do you know they're coming after them, you know? How do you know they're gonna, you know, try and, you know, destroy them or whatever? Trying to commit a genocide, as I think of it. Because of the framing of them. I mean, I explained it before, right? They think that the left, the trans people, are trying to undermine the family. They're trying to come after the kids, thinking that they can transition early to drug them, to mutilate them, right? That's what they say, and even confuse gender to destroy male and female because they hate God. That's why they think they do it. That's why they think trans people exist, right? And they're Christian. And though Christians are taught to love, it is understandable to start to hate them because, well, if they're going to undermine your family, come after your children, mutilate, drug them, and, you know, destroy everything you know, you'd be scared too. But as I've said before, They're not. Period. And I will go into a more depth in evidence video later. This is simply just me ranting. But they're not. And they never were. And this is dangerous. This is so dangerous. This ideology make them think that trans people are coming after their children, that they're gonna take them and, you know, basically groom them. The fact that they're going to, you know, do whatever, I don't know, whatever pedophiles do, right? Because that's what they think they're doing. They're going to hate them. They're going to dislike them, and they're going to find they have every reason to get rid of them because they think they're a threat. But then this has been disproven again and again, and I will 100% make a video about this, disproving majority of conservative arguments about trans people. But even though I've been talking about trans people a lot, you know, the fact that they think that trans people, and not just trans people, but gay, you know, lesbian, the left in general, and black people too, but we'll talk about them. Well, I'm sure you can Google and watch YouTube videos on how they do that, but trans people in specific, I don't want to focus on them. Not because I don't care about them, or because I think that they're, you know, not important or important topic to talk about, but because this is what I think the attack on Christianity is. It's this ideology that trans people and the left and gay people, but mainly trans people, coming after them, are going to come after their kids, coming after their, you know, veterans too, coming after their nation and country and livelihood. That creates this hatred that, let me tell you, is born out of disgust. First and foremost, it is, at least it began with disgust. That this ideology of hatred is ruining Christians and ruining Christianity. And I think it's all by Satan. That he's the one masterminding it all. That he's the one creating this religion of hatred towards people where he's creating uncertainty. And this is what I think Satan is doing to undermine Christianity ultimately. He's creating this religion of hate. Because, well, what is the core fundamental of Christianity? What is everything that Christianity is based off of? It's love. As Jesus said that all the commandments and prophets were based off of two commandments: to love God and to love others. All the commandments and prophets were based off of that. And I have a bit of a hunch that this is what Satan's after. Because let me tell you, I have a theory. This is just what I think. This is just I believe. This is a personal belief, and I haven't based this completely off. This is just a theory, you could say. But that everything that is good, everything that is righteous, everything that is God is love. And as Christians, we should pursue that. We should give love, be love. In everything that we do, there should be love. In every ideology we believe in every political statement we state, in every word we speak, there should be love. Because everything that isn't love is sin. That's what sin is. Place where there is no love. And I think that conservatism, this modern conservative Christian movement, ultimately isn't based on love. It isn't based off of loving others. And ultimately, though they claim it, it's not based on loving God. It isn't based on trying to make things better. It's based on trying to get rid of things you find not perfect. And this is the true invasion of Satan. This is the true ideology Satan is trying to spread. This is how he's invading Christianity. Not by this woke liberal agenda, this modern Republican ideology, this conservative idea. You know, I don't think that the Democrats are demonic. I think the Republicans are. I think the Republicans are demonic. I think they are being influenced by Satan himself. But not in the way you think. Not because they wear red shoes and they worship him every day. Not because they go to Satan temples and read the Satan Bible, right? No. They worship him by his actions. Because men love darkness because of their evil deeds. Because their deeds are evil, and let me tell you, the conservative deeds are evil. I've stated why they're evil, but I'll say it one more time. Their attack on trans people, their demonization of the left, they're trying to make a bad guy for people to fight. Why? So they have an excuse to do Satan's bidding, which is to steal, to kill, and to destroy. To spread everything God is against. Sin. And what is sin? Things that are unloving. That is sin. And that's what I think the true invasion of Christianity really is. It's not some devil worshipping, cult that's putting the strings by the background, but this is a demonic invasion of hatred towards groups of people. Towards people who have done nothing to deserve it. They make them the monster. They give them pain and suffering. This is the invasion. This is truly. Be truly demonic is to do everything without love. Because without love, there is no God. There is no Lord. There is no Jesus. There is no gospel. You want to know what's Christian? What's Christian is what's loving. That's what's Christian. Everything that isn't Christian isn't loving. Because conservatives love to talk about truth. They love talking about how they go after truth, but notice one thing they never talk about. Never say, well, we go by what God says. We go by what Jesus says. Some do, I will admit. But what does God go by? What does Jesus go by? They go by love. And with this modern conservative movement, there is no love. And there is no God. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'm just ranting, I guess. But that's how I think Satan is invading Christianity. That's how I think he's seeming through the cracks. Well, I feel like I'm gonna repeat myself again and again, but you know, I kind of have to. By ultimately spreading a belief without love, and ultimately without God. And I'm probably gonna get a lot of people disagreeing with me, which is fair. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't bring a lot of evidence. Not because I don't think there is any. Simply, I'm trying to pump out this video. And also, I just want to get my points across to show y'all an idea I have in my head. Because this is just an idea. But I believe this idea is pretty right. I believe this idea has a basis to go off of. I will make a follow-up video to this. I will not leave this video by itself. I will explain myself. But for now, this is what I think. Simply my opinion. That, you know, this modern conservatism is a disease. It is Satan's invasion of Christianity that he is using to undermine it. He is using to destroy Christians. The Republicans, in my eyes, are the true Satan worshippers. Because they're the ones putting forth with this. They're the ones going with it. They are the true Satan worshippers. But I'll explain more when I make a full in-depth video. But understand that this is just my idea. I'm not claiming this is fact. Nor am going to expect you to believe me. This is not an essay video. This is me with no script ranting about Christianity. Take this with a grain of salt. And this is just the idea I have. So don't expect this. This isn't some God-given prophecy that God gave me. No, this is just what I think. Put it simply, what I think. And nothing more. But as much as this is what I think, I feel like some people agree with me. I feel like some people see the things I see. Because let me tell you, I'm also a leftist too. Which, you know, I know it's insane, but I am a leftist. I am a Christian. And it hurts to see so many Christians fall for this false ideology. This ideology that seems to perpetuate hatred. And not just, let me be specific, not just hatred, but misinformation. It's just plain wrong. It's not right. They care about truth, it is not even right. And I'll explain myself how they're not right when I make my video. But in my opinion, it isn't right. And from the evidence I've seen, it isn't right. And I will never think of it as right. And so many Christians fall for this ideology. So many Christians believe in this junk. There are so many Christians conservatives out there. I think there needs to be, you know, I think there needs to be more Christian leftists. But I will save that for when I go in depth. I guess I'll do a little essay series, because I'm making a lot of claims, but I'm not really backing them up, because this is just a rant, not a video essay. So if you watch this video and don't like me and don't like the things I say, don't treat this as a video essay. And to people who are looking for me for guidance and opinion, don't take my word, because this simply is just a theory, right? Make sure you take what I say with a grain of salt. But for now, this is all I had to say about the main topic. I'm not done with this video, not just yet. But this is basically all I wanted to say because I just felt like I needed to get this off my chest. But I will make a full in-depth video. I'm sure I've made a few mistakes. I've repeated myself a lot. And I've also maybe even made some nonsensical points. You know, that happens. But I will make sure to correct myself 100% in a full in-depth video essay video. So don't expect me being finished with this topic. But I guess this is the end of the topic because as much as I would love to rant, I'm not ready for that. And also, I want to talk about my channel too. So if that's all for with y'all, if all you came for is, you know, why I said the claim I said in my thumbnail, then, you know, you can click off now. I'm just going to talk about my channel, so click off if you want. Hear you off? Great. Now for the people who stayed behind, or if nobody stayed behind, I'll just rant on by myself, but I want to talk about my channel for a bit. I'm pretty proud of it. I am pretty excited for the future on how my channel would end up. And I know I released a new video if you haven't seen. I released that very cool and hip Doom edit. I did that. It was pretty cool. Pretty hip, pretty cool. And though it did not at all get it did not get at all the traction that I wanted to, I realized that I wanted to take this channel in a bit of a different direction. You see, I built this channel off of, well, just wanting to do whatever I want. I haven't really done a lot with this channel's identity because basically this is I just I've just done whatever I want with this channel. I don't really have a direction, but I think now I will. I won't give a schedule, but I will say that I will no longer be posting edits or edit type videos, really, because those take up, first of all, way too much time and not worth it. They're not content that I really find that important in serve a role to this channel. They're fun and they're goofy and I enjoy making them. I mean, heck, I enjoy watching them sometimes, but they're not that important, and I feel like not making what I want for this channel. So now I will focus on gameplay videos and story videos. And so I want to focus more on actual long form content that I feel like I can be proud of. So for now, I will no longer be making edits. I simply will be I would just make mainly what I would say. I will mainly just make video essays. I think I'll make more video essays, and I'll 100% make more gameplay videos. And I also would love to start doing it. I really want to do animation, but animation takes a while, and I've not been on my art game, so that won't be coming out. But I will say that no, I am not stopping. I'm continuing forward. I'm gonna say that I'm proud, and I'm gonna keep going, and I'll make sure to make way more content. I'm working a job, I know it's crazy, but I am working, and it is a big time user. And also I'm lazy, so this is taking a bit too much time to make and too much effort for, well, to pump it out. But I will try my best no matter what, either way. But I can promise you that content is not ceasing. No matter what. But either way, thank you for watching this video. If you did watch to the end, I'm sure probably not a lot of you did. But I've had fun doing this video, and I will continue doing more. This has been a talk and walk, and bye. Good day. Have a great night. Have a best morning, and I hope to see you all later.